In today's video, I talk about the tea that was spilled in part 2 of Shane Dawson's new series, The Beautiful World of Jeffree Star. Let's get started. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day today. If you're a return subscriber, I sure do appreciate your continued support. If you're brand new here and you enjoy these types of videos, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Everyone give this video a big thumbs up, click on that notification bell and select it to all. That way you'll be notified when I upload my next video. Before we get started, and as always, I do need to remind you guys that I am a drama commentary channel. I have opinions and I speak them freely. Opinions are not facts, they never have been facts, and they never will be facts. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, let's dive in. Yesterday, Shane Dawson uploaded part 2 of The Beautiful World of Jeffree Star. As before, I would like to do a quick recap for those that may not have had a chance to watch it just yet before I get into the tea. Part 2 is centered around the business side of beauty. Shane and Andrew arrive at Jeffree's office, and since his business has grown so much since their last series, The Secret Life of Jeffree Star, Shane and Andrew get another tour of the various warehouses that are home to Killer Merch and his cosmetics products. Also new is Jeffree's new studio called Star Studios. It is there that they shoot product campaigns for new products. After the tour of the warehouses, studio, and Jeffree's secret pinball room, they head off to the conference room where a nervous Shane talks to Jeffree and his team about product ideas and figures. The meeting ends and a very overwhelmed Shane starts the process of picking out eyeshadow shades, lipstick shades, and names for all of them. After the day is done, he returns home excited for what's to come. And now it's time to move on to the tea that Jeffree Star spilled during part 2. When Shane and Jeffree were discussing makeup that Shane likes, Too Faced Cosmetics is brought up. For those of you who are unaware, Jeffree used to be a fan of Too Faced Cosmetics, but they have since had a falling out and he no longer supports the brand. Jeffree told Shane that he and Jared Blondino are not friends. Jeffree threw some not-so-subtle shade at Too Faced Cosmetics' quality, saying that ever since Jared sold his company to Estee Lauder, the quality of their products has gone downhill. Estee Lauder purchased Too Faced Cosmetics in late 2016 for $1.45 billion. I may not have a popular opinion here, but I actually agree with Jeffree. Too Faced Cosmetics was the first ever higher-end brand of makeup that I ever owned, and I fell in love. But I noticed as the years went on that the eyeshadow palettes have become less pigmented and chalky. I wasn't overly impressed with the Power of Makeup palette that was done with Nikkie Tutorials, and I absolutely do not like the Peach palette from the second launch. I will say, however, that the Chocolate Gold palette is actually very nice. It's really creamy and so pigmented. So maybe they are finally stepping their game back up, although I do feel like they keep coming out with the same old basic, boring color story. Again, that's just my opinion. You are more than welcome to disagree, but respectfully, please. Anyways, back to Jeffree and Too Faced Cosmetics. So, Nikkie Tutorials told Jeffree that she was doing the Power of Makeup collab, and he was disgusted by the amount of money she agreed to be paid by Too Faced Cosmetics because she didn't know that it was a ridiculously unfair deal. Jeffree told Shane that the Power of Makeup collaboration had to have made at least $10 million, if not more, and they only paid Nikkie Tutorials a flat amount of $50,000. $50,000. No percentage of the palette sales at all. When Jeffree first revealed that Nikkie only received a flat amount of money, Jared and his sister were furious. Jared's sister went on the attack, calling Jeffree's makeup clown makeup and attacking his customers in a very unprofessional manner on social media, casting an even bigger negative light on the company. $50,000. $50,000 out of $10 million plus. It is absolutely disgusting that they knowingly took advantage of a naive young woman knowing full well that the popular and talented makeup artist would easily sell out of any product she promoted. Nikkie loved Too Faced Cosmetics and she trusted them. She most likely went in there thinking that they'd take care of her, and instead they took full advantage. So where are their morals? Apparently morals and human decency are nothing compared to big money. I guess it's pretty easy to sleep at night when you can drown out your conscience with mountains of money. I wonder, did they laugh after she signed that contract and walked out the door? Trust me, I get it, it's business. I'm sure Too Faced Cosmetics isn't the only makeup company to do this to naive influencers, and I understand completely that Nikki should have known better than to sign a contract without the assistance from a lawyer, but it doesn't change the fact that what Too Faced Cosmetics did was completely unfair. While we're on the subject of money, Jeffree didn't just spill the tea on how crappy Too Faced Cosmetics is, he also went into the subject of the cost of goods. Shane was very curious and wanted Jeffree to be completely transparent, and Jeffree was more than happy to oblige. Such information hasn't been discussed publicly before, and it will be interesting to see how this information will have an effect on the beauty industry, if any. Jeffree informed Shane that the cost of goods for him is high, but his prices for his products are low compared to other brands. Allegedly, a lot of makeup companies have a lower cost of goods but higher prices for their products. For example, Jeffree said that his blood sugar palette costs $20 to make after everything, and he only charges $52 for his palette. Generally speaking, other companies spend anywhere from $3 to $8 to make a palette and charge $48 for it. That's a markup of about 700% according to Jeffree. Jeffree admitted that his business partner is annoyed with him because he could be charging $75 to $80 for a palette, but he absolutely refuses to. He said he'd rather take the hit. He said it's not just about the money, he's creating art. So, now that Jeffree has revealed that a lot of makeup companies are marking up the prices of their products quite substantially while he's doing the complete opposite, will it have a negative effect on the other company's future sales? To the average person, such as myself, it would seem like I'd be getting ripped off on overly priced products that cost virtually nothing to make. Why would I spend my money with them getting a crappier product when I can spend my money with Jeffree, where I know the quality is going to be good and I'd be getting more product for my money? But, that's business, and I personally don't expect it to change just because Jeffree decided to make it known to the world. I'm really glad that he did decide to talk about it though, because it really is fascinating to see what goes on into making and selling products. Jeffree didn't just talk about makeup, he also talked about merchandise where more tea was spilled. When talking about creating merch, Shane realized that he too was being taken advantage of, and like Nikki Tutorials, he didn't know any better. When he was told that he would be receiving 70% of the sales from the merchandise he would be making with Jeffree Star's Killer Merch Company, you could see that he was visibly shocked and upset. Apparently, Shane wasn't getting anywhere near that amount with the other company he had been working with previously. He said he was mad and that he would be making calls. The shock on his face when he was told he'd be getting 70% said it all. He was so overwhelmed and shocked by it all that he had to take a bit of a break and had a breakdown in the bathroom. Jeffree and Shane had a private talk in his office, and Jeffree flat out told him that Shane is a nice guy but very naive and that they needed to change that because he's being taken advantage of. So that was the hottest tea that was spilled in part 2, but it didn't end there. Jeffree also threw a little bit of shade at Miss Laura Lee. Shane was showing Jeffree a picture of his cat, and when talking about his cat only having one tear, Jeffree said, "That's more tears than Laura Lee." Ooh, shade. Of course, it's pretty obvious that he was poking fun at her for her fake apology video where she pretended to be crying, which ended up doing more harm than good during Dramageddon 1. Now, let's go over what we can expect as far as products go for this collaboration. Jeffree mentions that he sees this as a collection, so we can expect quite a few makeup items as well as merch. I mentioned in my last video that we would be receiving an eyeshadow palette, the Piggy mirrors, and the Piggy backpack, but we now know more information. Here is what we now know. We are getting an eyeshadow palette, of course. That will probably be called the Conspiracy palette, plus 6 lipstick shades. I was honestly only expecting 2, so when he said 6, I was shook. When he did his collaboration with Manny, we only got 2 lipsticks, but in part 2, Jeffree did say that Shane is bringing more to the table than Manny did, so I guess, 6 lipsticks makes sense. As I said in my previous video, I do expect Jeffree and Shane to come out with a few flavors of lip scrubs. They will probably be in soda flavors because that's like Shane's favorite thing, which I'm actually excited for. I do need some more lip scrubs. I still don't know whether or not they're going to come out with a highlighter. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. While we're on the subject of products, people have been coming for both Shane and Jeffree, claiming that this is just a cash grab. And of course, both Jeffree and Shane deny that it is. Jeffree claims that if Shane really wanted to do a cash grab, he could have done it years ago on something else before they even met. Shane claims that he's taking this very seriously and he wants to learn. What do you guys think? Is this just a cash grab? Let me know in the comments down below. And now it's time for my 2 cents on part 2. I actually really enjoyed this part much better than the first one. I mean, the first one was good, it's just I prefer this one. I find the business side very fascinating, and I'm also really glad that he talked more in depth about how Too Faced Cosmetics screwed over NikkieTutorials. What happened to her was completely messed up, and hopefully now that this information has been leaked, other influencers will pay closer attention before signing a contract with a company. When Shane realized that he too had been taken advantage of and had a breakdown in the bathroom, my heart broke for him. Like him or hate him, Jeffree clearly cares about Shane, and I am so happy that Shane is going to be working with Killer Merch instead of the previous company that was taking advantage of him. As per usual, the editing style, the music, the way it was put together, everything about this part was just wonderful. Kudos for Shane and Andrew for putting out yet another great part to this series, and I'm looking forward to the rest of them. At the time of me filming this video, part 3 hasn't been announced yet, but it is going to be about the drama within the beauty community, and I am very much looking forward to this one. I cannot wait to share my thoughts on it with you all. Alright everybody, that's going to do it for today's video. Again, thank you for spending some of your time with me today. Remember, if you are new here, subscribe to my channel. Everyone give this video a big thumbs up, share it with all of your friends, and I will see you very shortly on the next one. Bye!